Hey all, this is Tom, and welcome back for another round of HellfireComms Patreon TV comms. We got another Disney variety pack for you all today, with the likes of Gargoyles, Season 1, Episode 6, Timon and Pumbaa, Season 1, Episode 3. Yes, they did actually have their own spin-off TV show, it's a pretty funny one too. And we have Aladdin, Season 1, Episode 8. So I'm going to do these in the order I specified just there, the order I listed out. If you need help syncing, check the video description. There's plenty of useful syncing instructions there. These are all once again commissioned by LokiVex, thank you very much. And we're going to start with Gargoyles, so here we go. Gargoyles, Season 1, Episode 6, The Thrill of the Hunt. In 3, 2, 1. This theme is basically comfort food to me. Takes me back to my childhood, watching a new episode of this on the Disney Channel. Would have thought that Goliath would have kicked in and given his little speech by now. I'm not sure if that was just a thing during the Awakening 5-parter, but hey, this music on its own is pretty lit. I can't believe they actually snuck a reference to the Gargoyles theme into the finale, I think, of DuckTales 2017. That show loved referencing the Disney afternoon. God bless it for it, you know? We have actually covered, I believe it was the first episode or so of DuckTales 2017. That was back when TV comms were a relatively new thing for HFC, so I wasn't really at my best. You know, I think I've come a ways in terms of recording TV comms since then, but hey, there you go, let's do it. No previously on, just straight on into it. That feel when you'll never live in a castle on top of a skyscraper. Grudges are for suckers, revenge is for bitches. That's just David Xanatos for you, baby. He's very pragmatic. And they should fucking put him in goddamn Kingdom Hearts already. Sorry. Anger bubbles within me, what can I say? Me waking up from a nap. Laying on a bit thick there, Goliath, and I mean thick in the literal sense, because goddamn, you as broad as a barn. There go the lads. You got Brooklyn, the red one, you got Broadway, the greenish one, Lexington, the yellowish one. You know, I'm actually recording this in Pride Month, so big ups to Lexington, who is, I believe, confirmed gay. You know, the way they fold their wings like a cape was a really inspired design choice. It just gets rid of, so much faff when it comes to animating them. Huh, interesting, says Goliath. We usually just hang prisoners. He will come and shiv you in the middle of the night, and when that shiv doesn't work because you're made of stone, he'll blast your head off with a rocket launcher, which he can afford several of. Got him. Big fan of Hudson. I can never remember his voice actor's name. Thankfully, I have the Gargoyles wiki with me right here. Let's have a little look. It's called the Grimorum, by the way. There we go, we got Hudson. Ed Asner, the wonderful Ed Asner. Since we're doing a Disney variety pack, you may remember him as, I want to say Carl from Up. It's a little bit sus. You don't want to watch the same thing every night. It almost seems like they're trying to send you a message of sorts. Not featuring Poppy. He had to be neutered tonight. I'm sorry, folks. They really got addicted to television quick. Same, honestly. Alright, so let's have a run through of the pack here. The woman is Fox. She's voiced by Laura San Giacomo. The grey-haired dude is Wolf. He's voiced by the amazing Clancy Brown. The dude with the mohawk is Dingo. He's voiced by Jim Cummings, classic Disney VA. The dude with, like, I want to say a mullet is Jackal, voiced by Matt Frewer. And the other woman with the claws is Hyena, voiced by Cree Summer, who you've probably heard of in many other cartoons before. Nah. He been in many of those? Yeah, people say shit like that seconds before becoming a furry full time, so just make your choice, I guess. They might do. In this world, you never know. You might want to take a few laser guns with you, because Goliath alone could rip your head from your shoulders. I mean, they are kind of villainous looking for a hero group. I'm not surprised they're secretly villains. We would like to point out that ninjas can be evil or good. These specific ones are evil, thank you. We'll come back to that statement in like 5 minutes or so. You know, I've never seen one of these stage shows, but they're apparently very popular over in Japan, with like tokusatsu series, like Sentai and so on. We've actually got a few Sentai things lined up, so look out for that. Maybe it's not a good idea to split up, especially when you're an endangered species right now. Yeah, whatever. His funeral. Do you like my loincloth? I'm a big fan of the way you wear a wolf's head on your your chest. Shut up. Maybe Lexington is bi. I'm just saying. Not to kill him or anything. just to hug him, perhaps shake his hand in a gentlemanly fashion, and then rip it off. So yeah, we have a very basic conceit here. You know, worm your way into the good-natured pocket of Lexington. That came out really wrong. And then you just, wabam, you're secretly villains all along. You've seen this sort of plot before. Feel like it was fresher at the time. Oh, how awkward. You froze in a very father chastising son sort of pose. Would you classify Xanatos as a ninja? He seemed pretty evil. I don't know, maybe Xanatos could be part of another evil group. Cough, cough. Wow. Put all his points into speech and rolled effectively. Base Lexington. I remember not being a super big fan of like Lexington as a whole, but that's not really because of him as a character. It's because like the rest of the I guess New York clan are all interesting in their own right. I think if I had to pick one whose episode I didn't really jive with the most, maybe it was Broadway. But Broadway has a pretty good featured episode coming up soon. Just the 1-2 of the bright light and the smoke grenade was kind of funny. Really? That's a crease on the laugh and no mistake. Fuck a spy, get out of here. Love the way their eyes just go like plain white when they're mad. It definitely reminds you, like, oh, these are humanoid creatures, and they're very civilized, but they're also extremely powerful and monster-like when they get mad. Sorry, Fox, I don't mean to talk over you, but you know, I am a commentator here. It's kind of what I do. Don't know what this is, but fuck it in particular. There's no point in fighting right now, just try and get out and regroup. Because don't forget, Gargoyles are kind of on a time limit here. He said the thing. Perhaps we should have watched more of the Magical Picture Box. Cartoons have told of such a tale for aeons. Really? An exploding boomerang? You know, Gargoyles really only glide as opposed to fly. But it seems like Lexington's wing build is especially built for gliding overall. Kind of looks like a, a bit of a kite flying through the air, really. I much prefer Goliath's style of wings, really. I know I shouldn't judge gargoyles based on their appearance, but I'm allowed to have aesthetic preferences when it comes to mythological animals, alright? Well, we brought up several single mothers there, but overall I think it evens out. So what are you going to do now? Shop them into a butcher's or something? Eat the meat? Or just hang the heads on your wall? Those were clearly, like, grown men and women voicing those children. Yes, they're employing bat monsters now, are the ninjas. Jesus Christ. Ah, have at you. Ah, the dangers of a CD-ROM that explodes. Probably had Encarta or whatever on it. Or was that built into computers? I forget. Was that Elise's voice actress? Kinda sounded like it. Those two really needed a bath, so thank you, Goliath. Again with these exploding boomerangs. Can you try not to be an Australian stereotype for 5 minutes? Come on, dude, he was clearly made of stone. Oh, sorry, mates, I kinda jumped the gun a little bit there. Not really. I mean, Goliath and Lexington are like bright purple and yellowish green, respectively. Just look for any trace of colour. Although, to be fair, that one there does look a lot like Goliath. Oh, it is Goliath. Okay, I'm starting to see your point here. Uh-oh. Jesus. He is dead. He is done. You scared yet? You should be. Jesus, Goliath. They're only human. Yeah, just keep taking pictures. You might actually get more money for these shots. Oh, come on, do a suplex, do a suplex! Or do nothing, I guess, that works as well. Fair play to him, he's pretty strong. Especially compared to an actual gargoyle. He got thrown off screen. Into some trash cans, he's done. That's a cartoon lore right there. You notice how there was like little dialogue during those action scenes? That's always felt like a Gargoyles thing to me. They use silence very well. Builds up tension. Keeps it high, you know? More gargoyles with more guns. You boys are cutting it pretty close. Could have turned to stone in midair. That's it, that's the moral. Good night, folks. Until next time, same Gargoyles time, same Gargoyles place. That's HellfireComms, just in case that wasn't clear. Originally Disney Channel. Just saying. Of course it was Xanatos behind it all. He has not yet begun to be a chess master. You haven't seen anything yet. God, I love him. He's so great. Alright, we're done. That was Gargoyles Season 1, Episode 6, The Thrill of the Hunt. We haven't seen the last of the pack, and I'm glad because they're very entertaining characters who become a lot more dangerous going forward, but that's for later. Coming up next, we have Timon and Pumbaa, Season 1, Episode 3, so let me go ahead and get this loaded here. The Lion King's Timon and Pumbaa. It aired from September 8th, 1995 to September 24th, 1999, so it had a pretty decent run, all things considered. So yeah, I'm ready, here we go. Timon and Pumbaa Season 1, Episode 3, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, wonderful. Now, I feel like I've mentioned this before, but Timon's voice actor kind of changes depending on what episode it is. It's always Ernie Sabella as Pumbaa, so he's the one constant. Don't look for canon with this Timon and Pumbaa spin-off, by the way. They go all over Europe for one thing. It's just very wacky. It's very high energy. You know, I think we've covered this show before, so I don't know why I'm re-explaining this to you. I guess it's more for my sake than anything. Wrong way, Pumbaa. Very nearly got cancelled there. Never Everglades. I believe there's 2 11-minute episodes here. Okay, so the Season 1 voice actors are actually Nathan Lane, Timon's original VA, or Quentin Flynn, who you have known as Axel in Kingdom Hearts. It's a very nature-specific Rube Goldberg machine. That sounds like Nathan Lane, but I can't really be sure. Oh no. Kakuin, did you lay this egg? Please don't say eggy weggy. I've got a bit of an episode guide here. I can actually look this up. Yeah, Nathan Lane in this particular episode, so there we go. I love the trivia for this. Certain mammals are actually capable of laying eggs. The name for the clade comes from the fact that the female animals have mammary glands. The 5 species of monotremes, including the platypus and the echidnas, are mammals that lay eggs. So there you go. Oh. Pumbaa looked very off-model there. He's actually kind of scaring me right now. Oh. Wow, he's talking right out the egg. This is one smart alligator. You know, adoption is a thing, Timon. You don't have to be such a fucking sourpuss about it. The idea of Timon from The Lion King as a traditional conservative is hilarious to me for some reason. No, he doesn't. Okay, well, maybe he's not as conservative as I thought. He didn't mention the skin colour for one thing. Got him. Who voices this little tyke? I gotta look this up. Nancy Cartwright as Pumbaa Jr., motherfucking Bart Simpson right there. Very interesting. It's easy to forget she did have other voice roles. Oh my god, poor Timon. Episode 4, Timon says the fuck word. They make bugs seem so delicious in this particular series. I remember an episode where I think it's like a couple of snakes trying to catch Timon and Pumbaa, and they make basically a buffet of insects. That's kind of one that's always stuck in my mind. I don't know if we'll ever get to that. We'll see what Loki Vex has to say. This fucking baby has the concept of religion out of the egg. Although, to be fair, he does, like, speak, so he must be just smarter than the average baby. Okay, Timon, you're looking very off-model there. You know, we haven't actually signed any adoption papers yet. I'm just saying. Dude, you are a farting monster. You have no room to criticize Timon for his windiness. Thank you, Timon. Some sense finally being spoken here by the smallest of mammals. Aw, they're playing. Bit more than that. Keep going. Keep going. You're getting there. Precious family members. We can't be slobs. Really big man-child slobs who never brush our teeth. I'm conflicted here. I can't tell whether Timon actually likes the guy and wants the best for him. Oh no. Timon red pilled the poor child. So I'm just laughing because I'm looking at the wiki page, which I have open next to my video player. Chickens, in brackets, mentioned. So chickens don't actually appear here, but they are mentioned. You want to watch out for ticks and whatnot. You are in a swamp. Wow. Wow, he grew really quickly. I hadn't noticed until just now. Oh no. Oh no! We just witnessed a genocide. Alright, we got to a hyenas focused episode, I believe. Yep, Cooked Goose. Written by Trey Calloway and Nancy Neufeld. Obviously, we don't have like Whoopi Goldberg as Shenzi, so we've got Tress MacNeille as Shenzi, Rob Paulson as Banzai, and Jim Cummings as Ed. I believe out of those three, the only one who actually retains their voice actor from the movies is Ed as Jim Cummings, because I think it was Cheech Marin as Banzai. That is quite literally Jim Cummings, and the other dude is Rob Paulson. Cheetata and Cheetato. In case you're wondering if Simba ever appears, by the way, the answer is yes. He's voiced by Cam Clark. He's just not in this episode. And this is apparently the first Laughing Hyenas episode, so thank you, Lion King Fandom Wiki. Cheetahs aren't the most intimidating of the big cats. I think they're like one of the only ones who can purr. Although they are much bigger than the hyenas, so I can see why they're worried a little bit. Ooh, that'll get them off the hunt path. Let the cheetahs get the food they so desperately crave. No, oh, yes, quite good, yes. Jesus, calm down, Tom. I think it's ECKS, isn't it? I should not rise to the hyenas questions. You know, if you're this small, why not just, like, locate another stomping ground for wildebeest or whatever, and go eat there, somewhere where the hyenas won't bother you? Oh, wait, because we won't have a cartoon then. I keep answering my own questions. Now the seats are just gone. They didn't want to animate them for this scene. Well, that's it for the hyenas, I guess. They will never be another piece of Lion King media again. He can't fucking believe it. The only thing worse than wet dog is burning dog. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, this time we'll upgrade you to first class. Maybe you'll get a few peanuts in there. It will match the content of Ed's brain. Divide and conquer. Okay, he said it before I could. Or I said it before he could. I think I'm having a little bit of a mental breakdown today, guys. Play to the ego, massage it, break up the trio. Well, this is going to be awkward. Apart from the fact that there is no goose, I don't think geese are actually native to Africa. Kudos for, keeping them burned for most of the episode, when most cartoons would just have them go back to normal, like the next scene. Okay, but how do you sashay? There we go, he's not burnt anymore. You gotta keep it simple, Fred. Oh my god. They're dying of frost, and wow, they looked very thick there for a second. Did you see that? I'm just saying, I don't think these Disney afternoon, I would say like C rank cartoons were given the biggest budget. No, Ed. No, you were not. Very Crash Bandicoot-esque spinning there. Recording this before E3 2021. I'm hoping Crash will make it into Smash. I think he would be a very good fit. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood and all that. Oh, wow. Oh, interesting. They can't get away because they're too fat. Got him. That sounds like Rob Paulson as the Wild Goose. I am very glad the episode did not end with Vor. That's how you subvert correctly. You can't fucking believe this shit. So there we go. That was season 1, episode 3 of Timon and Pumbaa. Just a fun cartoon, that is. Nothing too heavy, nothing Gargoyles tier in terms of narrative, just some fun Looney Tunes-esque happenings. Alright, the last episode of this batch is going to be season 1, episode 8 of Aladdin, the Garden of Evil. So, if you'll just let me get the episode up here. Alright, here we go. Season 1, episode 8 in 3, 2, 1. Okie dokie, here we go. Apparently this episode was ripped from Disney Cinemagic, which I'm not actually sure exists anymore. I gotta look this up. Disney Cinemagic. You know it's not a good sign when you see the word was a European television brand. Yeah, it launched in 2006, and it closed in 2019, so it had a decent run, all things considered. Yeah, we definitely had this in the UK. It was a pretty good channel, if I recall correctly. Obviously, you had stuff like Aladdin here. I want to see what other shows are on Disney Cinemagic. Let's see, 101 Dalmatians. All 3 Aladdin films. Of course it was going to show films. There's quite a few Disney ones as well, holy shit. Legend of Tarzan, Little Mermaid, these were programs. Jungle Cubs, Kim Possible. Recess, Teacher's Pet, Gargoyles, The Proud Family. There you go. Yo, Young Sultan variant. Yeah, I want Kratos to go to Agrabah. Look at all this mythology we're seeing here. I am a bit worried we're not going to get Egypt in the games, because there's a Dark Horse published comic series ongoing right now for God of War, which shows Kratos going to Egypt en route to Midgard, and it's not very good, so hopefully they don't waste the Egypt setting. Honestly, dude, you kind of had this coming. You went into someone else's garden and started picking flowers. Uh-oh. If that's not his wife, then who could that possibly be? And thus we have our conceit. Now, let's see who voices Arbitus here. Do. He bears an uncanny resemblance to Jafar, according to the wiki. Lots of parallels to Beauty and the Beast. A flower plucked by the father who repays his debt to his daughter. Bada bing, bada boom. Ah, Ron Perlman. Very classy. Jesus Christ, Aladdin. Every frame of your face is like off model. I really enjoyed these Disney TV show spin offs, but the budget was not very high. Dan Castellaneta as a genie. I'm not entirely sure who voices Genie now, but I'm not as big a fan of him as I am of, obviously the OG Robin Williams and Dan here. It's gotta be awkward when you remember you sold your daughter's freedom to a plant man. Also, Genie, you're just doing that to fuck with Al here. Clearly, you do not need sleep. I'm not sure if I trust you with that, honestly. Also, you hear the word key nowadays. With Aladdin and everything. I just think of Kingdom Hearts. This is very wacky considering the serious opening. Uh-oh. He's ad-libbing. Also, what the fuck are you doing? This is ancient Arabia. I do not understand these Western references. They literally just recolored her top pink for a pajama top. Work within your budget, I suppose. Don't let the plant monster voiced by Ron Perlman bite. Oh lord, he coming. Well, maybe. Oh. Oh no, that's not what he was talking about. Plants are fucking terrifying if you think about it. They just keep growing and growing, and, especially like the vines and whatnot. Oh, it's a kind plant tentacle thing. Where was I going with this? Oh, right, yeah, plants will outlive us all. Well, you fucked up, guys. He wasn't talking about an emerald or some rubies. He was literally talking about precious jasmine. This is like the plot of a movie, condensed into a 22-minute episode. I'm pretty sure this isn't a two-parter or anything. Hello. I love Ron Perlman. He always has such fun with his voice acting roles. Although, to be fair, the only other one I can think of is Slade in Teen Titans. I will look this up now. I like researching things when doing TV comms. Ron Perlman voice acting roles. An American Tale, The Treasure of Manhattan Island. Never heard of that. That must be a directed DVD thing. He was in Tarzan 2, Jesus Christ. He reprised his role as Hellboy in direct-to-DVD stuff, which is great. Oh, of course, he was the Stabbington brothers in Tangled. I always forget about that. He was Slade Wilson / Deathstroke in Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox. That's pretty cool. He is going to be Magnia Fuoco in the upcoming Pinocchio movie. And he's going to play a role in Rumble, so there we go. And that was just films as well. Like, the TV list is much bigger. Alright, less comedy, more saving. Pre-ass-kicking one-liners. So obviously you can see the Beauty and the Beast parallels here, as the wiki mentioned. Father picks a flower, has to sell his daughter's freedom. Or at least the daughter here is like... Well, the daughter here is taken. Belle willingly gives up her freedom in Beauty and the Beast. Hey, easy, Tiger. Easy with the vines. You know, the show really had an interesting cast of villains and whatnot. You had Mosen Rath, you had the inventor dude, whose name escapes me right now. Wasn't he, like, Greek? That was really interesting. I'm not saying that was, like, foreshadowing to the Hercules-Aladdin crossover or anything, but, you know, they are essentially taking place at the same time, which is not historically correct, but it's very entertainingly correct, so... No. Yeah, it's just the right amount of sunlight. Use that anger, use it. Yeah, it's fading. The creativity is fading. There you go, much better. I'm basically connected to every plant in this garden, Jasmine. You're probably not going to get very far. See what I mean? Come on, get down here. That was very frightening. You know, Sultan, we didn't actually need you to come with us. If anything, you'll just slow us down. It's a good job these mythical garden palaces are very easy to find. No. No, you won't. Genie, bit of magic. Bit of weed killer, maybe? There you go. That'll do for now. The rare Aladdin Mega Drive variant. You know, because he has a sword and whatnot, and doesn't just chuck apples. I actually can't remember if he had a sword in the Super Nintendo version. That's the version of the game I've played. Excellent game, I definitely recommend it. Really? I think you just got cursed as well. And now you're gonna have to give up a boo to live in the garden. Oh, it's just a never-ending cycle of imprisonment. It's just a curtain, guys, come on. So what, are the birds captured now as well? Oh, I see, this is what it's about. Deforestation. Dude, the Sultan took one flower, alright? In the grand scheme of things, he hasn't done much to you. You know, he's kind of making a point here. Aladdin looked very odd there for a second. Again, I'm not going to go on about it, but there is a lot of off-model stuff in this show. Or just in general, really, for the Disney TV show adaptations. Although that's made up for with great stories and some very likable characters, so it's a bit of a trade-off. And when it looks good, it looks really good as well, so it's just kind of swings and roundabouts, really. Mmm, delicious. It's okay to be offensive to Italians. It's the 90s. Is jasmine a flower? You know, I never really thought about that. Is jasmine a flower? Evergreen or deciduous climbers with twining stems? There you go. Jasmine is a plant. The flower is used to make medicine. It's been used for liver disease, hepatitis, liver pain due to cirrhosis, and abdominal pain due to severe diarrhea, dysentery. It can also be used to cause relaxation as a sedative, to heighten sexual desire as an aphrodisiac, and in cancer treatment. Thank you, RxList.com. I really needed to know that, especially about the dysentery thing. Don't show the Sultan running like that. That has very big Carl from Aquatine Hunger Force running energy to it. Jasmine looked very weirdly edited into that shot. I'm sorry, I have to keep pointing it out, because I'm a freak. But was Abu pleased about that possible outcome? He is a monkey of many desires, I guess. thought he was going to put the sword through Aladdin. There you go, just... No! Not morose! Was that like his heart? Oh, well, there he goes. I guess if you kill him, you're right. You don't have to consider his morals, his stance, anything, really. Yeah! We win. Hopefully that didn't just doom the world a la Ragnarok. This is a very Pyrrhic victory, is that how you pronounce it? Pyrrhic victory? And so, having murdered another innocent soul, they return to make things right, I guess. I guess the moral of the story is don't kill plants. You know, if he becomes, like, reborn from this, he would essentially be the child of Aladdin and Jasmine, so think of that how you will. So there we go, that was Aladdin Season 1, Episode 8, Garden of Evil. Nothing too exciting, just a nice episode, a nice Jasmine-featured episode, with a very compelling antagonist in Arbitus, being voiced by Ron Perlman, obviously helps. But yeah, that was the Disney Variety Pack for this month, guys. Thank you once again for LokiVex commissioning this. Always a treat to sit down and watch some of these Disney cartoons. If you guys want your own commissions, hit up patreon.com/HellfireComms. We're currently working through the backlog as quick as possible, and if you commission something this year, you'll most likely get it next. But now that I'm doing solo stuff and aiming to do like one a day, one every other day, that backlog might come down quicker than you'd expect. So yeah, in the meantime, every penny helps support HFC, and you'll get your stuff eventually. TM, eventually. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next time for another HellfireComms Patreon TV Com. Bye-bye.